I said, hey, hey, welcome to the Man Cave Happy Hour. I said, hey, hey, welcome to the Man Cave Happy Hour. We're gonna drink a fine whiskey and smoke a really fine cigar.
It is time for happy hour. It is the Man Cave Happy Hour. Whiskey, cigars, spirits, the stories that go along with it. I'm Jamie Flanagan.
I am Matt Fox. Hi, Jamie.
Hey, Matt Fox.
What's up, man?
Nothing, man. We're in the palatial Podcast Your Voice studios, the Man Cave Suite. I love the Man Cave Suite.
Yes, in the wonderful Southfield, Michigan.
Enjoying an afternoon here with our sponsor, Joe Louis Bourbon.
Correct.
Pretty excited about JLB.
Yes, JLB.
That's different than LRB. It's my jam, though. LRB. It's my jam.
Yeah, Joe Louis Bourbon.
Joe
Thank you for the sponsor
being
for this evening.
Our sponsor, and we could use a little sponsorship.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Podcast Your Voice.
Yes.
You know, if you have a passion, if you have something that you're looking to get out there, and you're looking to start your own podcast, reach out to Podcast Your Voice, because we will help you launch, if you will. Create that RSS feed, get it out there, all the podcasting places. So, thank you. Honestly, for listening and being a part
all
of
those
the
podcast things and all those podcast places.
Correct.
And
subscribe, collect, whatever.
And then tell 10 friends.
Correct. And then they'll tell one friend.
That's all we ask you to do. Tell 100 friends. That's it. Number keeps going up. But no, we appreciate every single person that's hanging out.
Do you have bar stools in your home? No, me neither.
No,
but I've always been interested in a pair of bar stools, just to have them around, because at one point you might own a home and it's going to have a wet bar or a dry bar, and you want to have stools.
There's a set of bar stools at my parents' house I'm looking to get rid of. I could see some bar stools in your future, Matthew.
Well, there, okay. Yeah. But yeah, I would love to talk to someone that actually creates or builds bar stools for folks that are looking to build a bar in their basement, in their own man cave, and then have them come on the show, and then maybe they can sponsor us.
Bob the Builder bar stools.
Can we drink it? Yes, we can.
So Bob the Builder bar stools. I like that. Yeah. We'll do it. We'll do it. But yeah, no, we're talking about bourbon, right? Man Cave. We go whiskey and bourbon a lot.
We go everywhere. We really do.
But we hit the whiskey and bourbon with some relative frequency, and especially when
Joe Louis Bourbon
is sponsoring us up. But a lot of times people think of your whiskey drinks and your bourbon drinks as more of your fall and your winter beverages.
Cold weather drinks, because it's spicy. It's got a warmth to it, if you will.
But I'm telling you what, Matthew, bourbon makes some fine summer sipping.
Don't I know it?
So it makes some fine summer sipping. And I wanted to investigate a couple. I came across an article, liquor.com.
Okay.
10 bourbon cocktails
for the summertime.
Yep, 10 bourbon drinks that beat the heat.
Okay.
And when you think of not necessarily just a whiskey drink, but a beat in the heat kind of drink, what's the beat in the heat kind of drink that comes to mind for you? Besides like the frozen ones.
Well, I'm thinking, I'm thinking mules.
The mules, and the mules have become really popular. Right. You get those mugs and they're iced down, and the copper mugs and that whole thing. Very much the Kentucky Derby and the mint julep. Right. Very much a warm weather cocktail there, but very, very, very much a bourbon.
Right.
A bourbon party happening.
Or if you're Deadpool, a nice sea breeze never hurt anybody.
That's right. No, never hurt nobody. But the top 10 suggestions for cocktails to help you beat the heat coming off of liquor.com. There's one called the Bourbon Ricky, and then, like I mentioned, the mint julep.
Okay.
There's one called the Brown Derby. The Brown Derby, that is a grapefruit, bringing in some grapefruit, and that's very summery. Grapefruit in your Brown Derby and honey. Some honey in that as well.
Nice.
There's one I was considering doing it today, but I steered in another direction. And this one was called the Forbidden Sour.
The forbidden
sour, but it's got several. It's got like a pomegranate liqueur, and I'm like, I just don't have the energy to go find a pomegranate liqueur. And then I was thinking, I was like, maybe I'll review this, and maybe I'll do it with just like a pomegranate juice, and then double up on the bourbon. And I'm like, I'm just gonna find a recipe. I'll do.
Well, I got one from liquorlaboratory.com, and it's the Summer Breeze.
Summer Breeze
makes me feel fine.
Yep.
But yeah, bourbon, a ginger ale, 2 ounces of ginger ale, because that's typical for summer.
Yep.
But then you have orange liqueur and 1 orange slice. Simple.
So these are cool. So these recipes that we're talking about, and these 10 here from liquor.com, I'll have this article linked in the show notes for you if you want to find out what coming in at number 5, coming in hot, number 5. Can you tell I miss DJing a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right.
A little bit.
Yeah, getting up at 4 a.m. to get to the radio station by 6 and talk to people's goldfish. Damn, I missed that for $12 an hour.
Oh man.
Damn, I miss radio. Okay, so the Bulldog Smash. I just like that. The Bulldog Smash.
Okay. Bulldog Smash.
Peaches and lemon in that one. There's the next one. Number 6 is the one I'm going to do. I'm going to save that, and we'll get back to that one. A bourbon strawberry iced tea.
Bourbon strawberry iced tea.
Yeah. Guess what's in it? Bourbon strawberry iced tea.
Is that called a that's the bourbon strawberry iced tea. I just found the recipe for that. That looks scrumptious.
Here's one that I was like, oh, and this is like Sherman, set the Wayback Machine. Family traditions.
Thank you.
All right. So, banjos. Okay. What family traditions? What might be in the family tradition?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Hank Williams Jr.?
Yeah. But I'm going like I think more banjos.
Moonshine.
Okay, you're getting close. You're closer. So you're getting in the neighborhood. And originally this soft drink was originally made purposefully to mix with bourbons and whiskeys.
Is it Coke?
No. Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew's original purpose was as a mixer for bourbons and Coke.
Really?
Yeah. Didn't you know that?
I do now. Now that you said that,
I think we've stumbled across that fact on this show once or twice before.
It's been a wild week.
So this family traditions cocktail has Mountain Dew in it,
really,
and bourbon. Yeah, but the interesting thing about the way this presentation on this one is it's got a sugared rim. It does a sugared tangy rim, a sugary tang rim. So a sugar rim with tang though. You gotta do a sugar like you do like a margarita with salt. You do a sugar rim on this, with tang. So you got Mountain Dew, you got tang, and you got bourbon.
Wow,
you don't get more down home than that.
You kind of don't, but I just turned diabetic listening to that.
Yeah. It's tang rim. There's one called a paper plane, and the little garnish is a little paper plane. It's very, very funny, and it's a whole bunch of
don't throw the glass; it won't fly.
It's a whole bunch of posh liqueurs.
Okay.
And then the Kentucky Mule, as we mentioned, the Kentucky Mule takes the vodka mule, the Moscow Mule, the Freedom Mule.
Freedom Mule.
We got freedom fries when we were mad at the French. Now we're mad at Russia, so not Moscow Mule. It's a Freedom Mules.
So November last year, we were in Grand Rapids for the Food, Beer, and Wine Festival.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. And there was, a lot of different, distributors there, a lot of different products, a lot of spirits. But we're in Grand Rapids, which is where Founders is headquartered at, right?
Yeah.
But they were there. They had a great display. They always had their good stuff there. But we found this company called American Mule.
Oh yeah.
And we fell in love with their product.
Yeah.
Because they had a bunch of different types of mules, but their mule that they had, it was so good. But it's in a can and you just pour it out and it's a mule.
Okay.
It's a beautiful It was so nice.
Maybe that's that whole I'm making fun of the whole American Mule thing, but they really did it.
Yep.
So all right. So but the thing about all 10 of these recipes, all 10 of these drinks,
Yeah.
Well, the 9, because I held back on the one that I'll be doing shortly.
Yes.
Made with bourbon, pointed out, and bring it on. Let's get Joe into the party.
There you go.
Brought to you today by Joe Louis Bourbon.
Thank you, Joe Louis.
Thank you, Joe. So we're gonna mix it up with bourbon or a bourbon of your choice, but we're choosing up some Joe Louis Bourbon to rock the party today. So that's the plan, Stan.
Love it.
So I have those were 9. I have one more up my sleeve, and I'm praying it's not the same one you picked, because I tasked you of picking a bourbon
and
yourself.
I did.
All right. So what did you end up coming up with? Because let's make yours first. Let's make
my summer bourbon drink.
Yeah.
I am going with a Manhattan.
Okay. And I said that as if I didn't know, and I brought Manhattan glasses.
But
so
I am a total.
What did you pick, Matthew? I don't
even,
as I scrape my beard into your cup. What possibly could you have picked? All right. So, but a Manhattan. I don't think we've done Manhattans in the I don't know the proper name for this.
The last time we did Manhattans, we had Duke and Dame with us.
Oh, he did have.
Yes, we did.
He did have the proper glass.
Yes,
we have. That was.
But no, I enjoy in the evening times in the summer, I enjoy a nice Manhattan.
Yeah.
Even after mowing the lawn, sit back and just drink a Manhattan.
So
because
now
they're easy to make. They're super easy.
When you make,
and it's just quick.
How do you? So are you working off just your muscle memory recipe, or did you pull up a recipe?
I make my own recipe.
Okay, so so what's your Manhattan?
My Manhattan would be bourbon.
Okay,
right, or rye.
How much?
I always usually go 2 ounces.
Okay.
Then I'll do maybe a 1/4 ounce, if not almost a full ounce of the sweet vermouth.
Right.
I'll do 2 or 3 dashes of the bitters, of the regular orange bitters, and then a Luxardo cherry.
Right. Okay.
Just like that.
Okay.
It's simple and it's quick and it doesn't take a lot of time.
It is. No, it doesn't. Yeah, I do the same thing. So now how's it presented?
I usually just drink it out of a big plastic cup.
I make it. I make bottle batches. I use 1 bottle.
Okay.
I use it,
but
then I sleep for a month.
But I'll make it in a separate glass.
Right.
And I'll stir it up,
Sure.
and then I'll pour it into over ice.
Okay, you did. That was my question. How do you present it?
Over an ice cube.
Over a big ice cube. I didn't bring out big ice cubes because I was bringing the small fancy glasses.
That's fine. We'll work it out.
Because it's not. So I do it the same way when I'm doing it. I add a big ice cube to it. I put it all in the glass and I stir it up.
Right.
And then I put the ice cube in and I stir it up again. And then I get the Luxardo cherry.
You put that on.
And I get the cherry and I let the cherry kind of slather around in the Luxardo cherry juice. And I hold the jar really close to the glass. And then I lift it up quickly. And so it's just dripping the Luxardo cherry juice into. It adds a little extra.
Good thing this is an audio podcast,
sweetie,
because you're just painting a picture for everybody.
And it's so good. So that's what I do.
No, I just make it easy because I don't want to get into having to cut up a whole bunch of stuff.
Right. That's about a bing, bada boom. Yeah. I gotta cut up some stuff recipe. Now, my recipe that I'm gonna do actually, because it calls for fresh, and we found that when talking to our friends like Sarah from the Flavor Journal and Tara, our favorite bartender, who just got married. Congratulations to Tara.
Yeah,
I'm sure you listen to all of this.
Yes.
Even when you're not on them, Tara, I'm sure you're listening. Congratulations to our favoriteest bartender.
Yep.
And if someone was listening, say, hey, those guys said congratulations. But yeah, she got married.
Yes.
It's very sweet. She was very happy. She looked very, very happy.
Yes, she did. Thank goodness.
It did not look like it was, a shotgun wedding of any kind.
It was not.
She looked willing and happy, which is
that's the way it's supposed to be,
okay,
Jamie.
Yeah. Well, anyway, all right. So, which will lead us to the name of my drink coming up.
Okay.
Wait for it.
I will.
All right. So, but anyway, let's do yours first, right?
So I'm gonna grab.
There's a stirrer.
Yeah, I see the stirrer.
Okay, and
I'm
gonna
double this up.
When I pour. I usually use one of these. I use that as my shotter.
That's true.
So 1, 2.
That's fair.
No, you can pour it in there, but I just use this as my shot measure.
Oh God, I
use the lid. Yeah. No, use the glass.
This glass has got ounces on it.
Okay.
That's why I was going to use the glass. So
Okay. Yeah. Use glass. Go ahead.
All right. So I'm going to do 4 ounces.
Do it your way.
Of bourbon. Okay.
Right. We're gonna mix this up for the two, making a twofer. Making it a twofer.
Making it a
twofer. Making it a twofer.
So my
get low.
Wow.
Get low.
Are you itching to DJ weddings or something?
Well, man, is it big time wedding season? Are you gonna do? Well, here's the thing. I wanted to cross promote a couple of podcasts while we were doing this. One, we just wrapped up recording 2 shows today on Fridays.
Yes.
2 shows happen. We're happen to be recording on a Friday. People listen whenever, wherever, however. But
right.
We're happy that in real time this is happening on a Friday. And the Motor City Hypnotist.
Yes.
Dave Wright. Look him up. He's amazing. And then he it's good advice, interesting things. He ponders people's state of mental wellness well.
Yes.
He has good advice. You should throw some ice.
Oh, you do have ice.
And there's ice in the bag, Dad. But yeah, you wanted to get the measure before you put the ice in. That's why. Or you put the ice in and then you pour over. But anyway, all right, I'm going to backseat drive. So, but Dr. David Wright, the Motor City Hypnotist, that's a cool one to look up. And then we just wrapped up with Miss Mouthy.
Yeah, she finished up season 2.
Finished up her finale for season 2. What Miss Mouthy is doing is she's giving away $700 in 7 days.
$777.
700. So every day she's giving away like $100 to somebody, or $111 or whatever. Just to help people with whatever they want. They can spend it on food. They can spend it on groceries. They can spend it on something frivolous. They can spend it on something they help make their rent. Whatever they need it for.
Right.
Whatever they need it for. Do you need the?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a shaker here.
We got the strainer too.
Oh, sweet. Can I use the strainer on the glass?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me just do that.
So. She's giving away. So what's she giving away? And are you DJing something before? I thought I heard.
No, different DJ Matt. That was not me. No, she just said DJ Matt, and I was like, I am. It really? That was news to me.
Because I was like, holy crap!
No, I'm not.
Matt's gonna have to dig into some different folders.
Boom! I got your boyfriend. I got no.
Oh my god! You were gonna have to dig into some different stuff. And the Luxardos are there.
Yep.
I don't think the Luxardo. This is our studio Luxardos. I bought studio Luxardos.
That looks pretty.
That does.
Nice color on it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take the one with less in it. You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks. Colleen will thank you too. All right, let's get these going here.
So let me ask you this question: Luxardo cherries.
Yeah.
So when you open a thing of Luxardo cherries, this is brand new.
Brand spanking.
When you open up your Luxardos,
do
you refrigerate them afterwards?
No, you're not supposed to. The Luxardos, you're not supposed to. Most others you do.
Right.
You may have to turn that. I'm not sure.
I already did.
Oh, fair play.
Oh, let me see if that. Maybe I'll get it. There we go.
Hey. All right.
I'm not using my fingers to pull out the cherries.
No, not at all. So
I'm just going to stab one for you, sir.
Hey, there you go.
Grab another one here. You need something to stir the cherry with, the drink with, to get the Luxardo all the way around. There you go. And the Luxardo just sits right on the bottom of the glass.
Isn't that nice?
Yes. Check that out.
All right, get a shot of that there with the Joe Louis Bourbon.
And that took me less than 2 minutes.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You got to keep it simple, stupid.
Yes, or keep it simple, silly. That is a Matt Fox Manhattan right there.
Nice.
4 ounces of bourbon and or rye. 2 ounces, half, maybe almost a full ounce of the sweet vermouth.
Yeah.
The orange bitters, and then a Luxardo cherry.
There you go. And then those were just the aromatic bitters.
It was aromatics?
So, yeah. All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, that smells nice.
That is a tasty beverage.
So yeah, that's nice. That's nice and cool and nice and refreshing.
It is.
And that's the purpose of a summer cocktail, and that's what we're talking about, making summer cocktails with some Joe Louis Bourbon.
Right.
And that is the whole plan.
Who chimed in?
I don't know. I got the wrong cue up there. Peggy. Hey, Peggy.
Hey, that's my stepmom. Thanks for watching, Mom.
What's the difference between the Luxardo cherries and just your regular maraschino cherries?
Well, the Luxardo maraschino cherries, these are maraschinos, but they are
people.
kept.
What the maraschinos that I always envisioned and people most often envision are those bright
red ones,
red
that you found in a Shirley Temple, if you will, right?
Around your Sundae that you get
Correct.
at the Dairy Queen or at the Farrell's ice cream. Farrell's ice cream. Holy
wow,
Sherman,
that's taking you back.
Set the Wayback Machine. Oh, you did. You gave me I took the smaller one.
Well, that's okay.
Sorry.
I'll drink this one. You did that on purpose. No, the Luxardo cherries, what in the jars, they just sit in their sauce.
Yeah, and you're not supposed to refrigerate them. It's because it says right on it the sauce you do not refrigerate because the Luxardo cherry juice will crystallize or something if you put it in the fridge. So that's a bad thing. So it's just it's the Luxardos are just a step up from your average maraschinos that you get.
So if you're at a restaurant and they give you
it's kind of like the vermouth that I bought at first and the vermouth that I use now.
Yeah, right. And we use Dolan today.
Yeah.
For the sweet vermouth. So and it's for the bottle that you got. I just cracked it open today, brand new.
Yeah,
but
I'm surprised we haven't made Manhattans in here before.
Well,
that's how I bought. We had all the mixes for it. So
yeah, but this is my go-to for something refreshing. And it doesn't have to be always in the winter. It's like in the summertime, you get home from work, you just want to relax. Make yourself an easy Manhattan.
That's it. Quick. It is quick and easy. Yeah. And then I'll do the dishes, and then I'll start cooking whatever I have to cook for dinner.
And this is a good cooking dinner drink.
It is.
It
is. But I'll throw it. I'll throw it in a. Yeah, I'll throw it in a tumbler and
sip on it.
Start grilling.
Nice.
Wow. I'm grilling. All right. So now, time for my cocktail.
Yes, I'm curious because you got some extra fixings here, and you have something on the table that I'm excited about.
Yeah,
because it's been a hot second since I've had it purse my lips.
Right.
I'm excited. So what are we doing?
It's a suffering bastard.
You don't know me. You don't know me.
Cheers, Matthew.
Cheers, Jerry.
I was lamenting before we were on the air. We were lamenting our very challenging weeks that we've had. But challenging weeks, and this just cracked me up that there was actually a drink in the gamut of what we might do called the Suffering Bastard. And then I'm like, I read the rest. I'm like, actually, this is the one I want to do. I don't care what it's called. But the Suffering Bastard, like this is coming again. It's off of liquor.com. And with each recipe, they have a nice little story that accompanies it. Tim Newsong. Oh no, he did the photo.
Oh, okay.
I don't know who wrote this. It's just all staff byline. So, so many, this has come from liquor.com, but so many classic cocktails are born in out of bars, in great hotels, right? So your big hotel bars were your places where things would happen. The Singapore Sling hails from the famed Raffles Hotel in Singapore. And then the Vicari comes from the Hotel Monteleone in New Orleans, and then the list goes on. But it also includes the Suffering Bastard, which was originally conceived as a hangover cure by the bar staff at Cairo's Shepherd's Hotel. On the property burned to the ground in 1952. So in 1952, the Cairo's Shepherd's Hotel burned to the ground. But as the story goes, in 1942, the Shepherd's barkeep, Joe Scalome, was toying with a hangover remedy for troops during World War II. He settled on the Suffering Bastard, smartly employing 2 liquors with lime, aromatic bitters. This is and the trick is why it was a hangover cure, the stomach settling powers of ginger beer. So we have some nice ginger beer to add.
So my grandfather was in World War II.
And
who
do want to say, well, you sus.
Right. I'm curious. I would, if he was still with us today, God rest his soul. I miss him terribly, but I would have loved to be able to ask him if he had ever had a suffering bastard while he was in the war
as a hangover remedy.
As a hangover remedy
with 2 liquors in it. I don't think you people know how this works. Actually, that's exactly how it works. That's exactly how it works. Yeah. Hair of the dog. All right. So the drink was supposedly so popular with its intended audience, the troops.
And my grandmother too.
Yeah. They telegrammed the hotel asking for bulk orders of this liquid fortification, and they had them delivered to the front lines.
Liquid fortification.
So such moves puts making this at home in perspective, right? So today the common recipe calls for bourbon and, wait for it, gin.
Oh, that's where
that's where you mentioned our friends from where I have some it's a London Dry. You want a London Dry. There's different types of gins. One of the most popular is the London Dry. And our friends at Highclere Castle
you pulled out the bottle.
Not only our friends at Joe Louis Bourbon, but our friends at Highclere Castle. It's just a big friends party today.
I like it. I like it a lot. It's been a hot second since I've had gin, and especially the Highclere Castle. I'm so excited.
I know. So, but yeah, so it has the gin and the bourbon, and it has some said brandy instead of the bourbon, but commonly now made with bourbon. It sticks with whiskey. Generally speaking, if you can't find ginger beer, ginger ale can work, but better with ginger beer. The resulting cocktail won't be quite as spicy with just ginger ale. But it'll also contain a thirst-quenching, effervescent quality. So interestingly, the Suffering Bastard took a turn in the 60s, became associated with tiki culture.
Really?
So yeah. So I could see this being a tiki drink.
Is it? Is there an umbrella in it too?
Oh, they didn't bring the umbrellas. I have some umbrellas from our friends at Shaker and Spoon. I have a couple leftover umbrellas from one of the recipes. But yeah, I got involved with the tiki culture in the 60s. Recipe for the period included one by Trader Vic, and switched to rums. But then it wasn't the Suffering Bastard anymore. So with the original recipe, skip the rum. All right. So whatever route you go, this cocktail is stuck around for a good reason since World War II, because it's good and it'll take away your suffering. Although too many of these bastards has been known to increase it. So
my mother popped in and she said, I'd say your grandpa passed the opportunity to partake of a Suffering Bastard, probably because he never got hungover.
See, fair enough.
That's the story I'm sticking to.
Enough. All right. So here we go. So we're going to take an ounce of bourbon. Here's the ingredients.
Go for it.
1 ounce bourbon.
1 ounce of bourbon.
1 ounce gin.
Okay.
A ½ ounce of freshly squeezed lime juice. And then 2 dashes of bitters.
Right.
And then ginger beer to top it off. It comes with a garnish of a mint sprig, which thank you, local grocery outlet was out of, so we don't have the mint sprig.
That's okay
to do the garnish, but I can live with the garnish. So
let me ask the question: the ginger beer. We shake it. We stir all this up first, and then add the ginger beer.
Yep.
Because you don't want to put the beer and then shake it up.
No, that gets crazy.
Yeah,
that would get a little
messy.
And
we have technology.
All right. So is that ice around there somewhere?
Yes.
I get a little bit of that ice.
There you go, sir.
Ice,
baby. All right, stop. Make this drink in. So tell me about your season this year with your weddings.
Weddings?
Yeah.
I got a wedding at a house. Yeah, we kind of delved down that road and then veered away because I thought you were going to be DJing for Miss Mouthy. I was like, oh my God, you're going to DJ for Miss Mouthy. It's like, I'm so excited about that. But you're not.
No.
You are, it's a different DJ Matt.
Yes, different DJ Matt. There's a lot of DJ Matts out there, but there's only one DJ Matt Fox.
There's only one DJ Matt Fox.
Yeah.
All right.
So tell me about what's going on with you for this season.
Just busy, man. It's just it's the 2022 because people listen whenever, wherever, however.
Correct.
And but we're out of the pandemic, but the last 2.5, 3 years have been just kooky. And a lot of weddings have been postponed and delayed.
Right.
And so people are playing serious catch up with their weddings. So
last weekend.
Oh yeah. See, I'm already blocking. They live too. So anyway, but yeah, they were trippy, man. They were like stoned. They were this young couple, and they were a party couple. Great taste in music, but they really liked their marijuana. And they were very, very high.
Wow.
They were very, very high. And
do you remember your wedding day?
Somebody,
No.
Somebody in the hall overheard somebody in the bridal party tell them they were all going to drop acid once the reception started.
Can you imagine being the best man and being up there and be like, I want, oh no, and then it hits you? I guess I've never partaken in any of that substances, but I couldn't imagine. But so I broke. I got to tell you, I broke the number one cardinal rule of being a wedding DJ. Last weekend.
What's the one rule you don't break?
You don't break the bride.
Don't break the bride.
So great day. The ceremony went off without a hitch. The reception was going fantastic. People were dancing. Around 9:30 in the evening, they did this big sparkler send off because the lighting was perfect for it. And the photographer, I'd worked with him a number of times in the past. And so everyone had left the reception area to go outside for this. One of the first few people back in the room, Jamie, was the bride and a few other family members. So people were walking back in. I decided to play some songs. That
Rage Against the Machine, Killing in the Name?
No, I wish. Killing in the Name.
The bride was just doing. The bride was staged off your table.
But so I there weren't a lot of folks there, but there were some of the older folks, and they like some of the nostalgic. So I decided to play the song "Footloose," and the bride's up there, and she's kind of dancing around with a family member. And at one point, Jamie, the family member tried to do this dance move with the bride, either stepped on her dress or something happened, but the bride fell and hit the floor.
Down she goes.
Down she went, and the first thing to hit the floor was her right wrist.
Oh.
And come to find out...
Ow, ow, ow.
Come to find out that she had broken her wrist in 2 different places that evening with that fall, because she's out in the lobby. She's got ice on it. Her and the groom actually left their own reception and left their guests and... just said, you know what, people stick around. We play until we party until 11 o'clock anyways. Have a good time. I'll be fine. I broke the number one cardinal rule.
You broke the bride.
I broke the bride.
Don't break the bride.
I played Footloose and she lost her footing and broke her damn wrist, man. How long you been playing weddings?
Oh my God. Yeah. 30 years.
Yeah.
80, I started in 89.
Yeah. I started in 94.
Yeah.
Right. And here we are. We still come across instances where crazy stuff happens at these parties, and it's wild. Something always new is
that's wild and weird stuff. That is wild and weird stuff.
So, but yeah, but it's wedding season. What are you gonna do?
Gonna get high and drop some acid.
I'm gonna play Footloose and break the bride.
Holy crap.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's interesting. Most of my parties are kind of fancy pants, fun stuff. Okay, so here we go. In a tumbler,
yes,
ice, and then add your gin, add your Joe Louis Bourbon,
right?
Add your fresh squeezed lime, which took me forever to squeeze.
Hey, but I was able to share a fun story.
It was. And so you got to shake that up. Oh. And so here's my lid, here's my brain.
Where's your, there it is.
My lid over here. Little bit more of or throw some ice in those Collins glasses.
Tom Collins glasses, and these are special Tom Collins glasses because they got your
Flanagan initial on it. Yeah. Yep. So we're shaking these up so that's nice.
Do you want me to fill them all the way up to the top, or you just want me to put a few?
About halfway.
Halfway.
So there's a fair amount of juice in here. So all right, so shaking it up.
It's that sound. Tips.
It is. So. All right, let's get some in the glass. Let's get some.
I'm working on it.
There's got to be a better way of wheezing the juice out of those
the
limes too.
When did you purchase them?
today, like on the way here.
Yeah, they had to
I
sit for a
should
few days.
roll them around a little bit.
They should sit for a few days.
All right, here we go. So now, right over my computer. That's the best place to pour.
It is, man. Come on.
Always the best place to pour.
So we're using Tom Collins glasses. Why do you think they're called Tom Collins glasses? Do you have any idea?
I do not know.
Well, neither do I. But they're the taller ones. They're like the slender glasses. Yeah. Tom Collins.
All right, so strain that over the ice. Top with ginger beer.
Right. How much?
This is just top the glass.
Top the glass.
So Collins glasses are usually a general size.
Yeah, it's like maybe an 10 ounce.
10, maybe 10 ounce. Oh, look at that. And there you go.
That's perfect.
And that, my friend,
I see that you still have some Manhattan left there.
Is a suffering bastard.
Suffering bastard.
Cheers.
Cheers. This is a hangover remedy.
I didn't do. I think so. That's what the directions said.
All right.
Take a picture of the suffering. Ooh, good catch.
Did you catch that on camera?
I did.
Sorry, man. No, hey, it's been a week.
It has.
I'm gonna put. I just
short tables.
I'm a suffering bastard.
Yeah.
So I just spilled it.
Didn't splash too much on my laptop. It's all right. It's a school laptop.
But I caught it.
Those are government dollars. Yeah, it doesn't look like you spilled much of any.
No, I still got almost a full glass.
Yeah, I mean it's not. No, you just.
Yeah.
I like maybe.
I'm sorry, man.
No, you're good. You're good.
I'm gonna cry. I just spilled liquor.
I know. All right, I was.
Right,
I don't get a picture. That was one of the,
it's all good.
Instagram girl that I am.
I can see why this would be a hangover cure.
Oh, I don't taste the booze.
Nope, me neither.
No.
I chased the ginger beer.
Man, the gin and the is there a mule with a gin, like a gin mule? What do you call it? Is that a London mule? I don't know if I've ever. Is there a mule? But yeah, this bourbon and gin in a with the ginger beer, when the splash and a splash of the bitters too.
Yeah.
Did you do
bitters?
I didn't. I didn't do the bitters.
It's all good. Do you want to add some bitters? You want to try to figure that out?
What the hell? Yeah, it was just one
spritz. All right, go ahead.
It's there you go.
And mix that up. Man, I did pretty good there.
Wow. All right. Yeah, I forgot that. I was so excited. I got the lemon squoze.
The bitters really didn't do much for it. May have calmed it down a little bit more.
Yeah. No, that's a pretty summer drink. So yeah, again, so proving the point that bourbon isn't necessarily simply a winter and fall cocktail.
When you mix it with another liquor, such as gin, Heikler Castle gin, and Joe Louis Bourbon.
I'm super happy with this.
You should be. It's very good.
I'm really happy with it.
What's the word? Refreshing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So it's like
your gin's gonna matter and your bourbon's gonna matter because every bourbon has its own profile. Every gin has different profiles, and we're enamored with the Heikler Castle. So
very.
That is
I'm just spilling liquor over here as well.
Fantastic. I'm very sticky now.
So
all right, there you go. So these recipes and many more, well, no, actually just these recipes will be in the show notes for you. As long as a link to
the Mad Fox Manhattan, yes.
the Joe Louis Bourbon website, Joe Louis Spirits. There's like a Where's Joe, so you can find it in a retailer near
Where
you.
Can you find Joe? You go to joelouisspirits.com and
joelouisbourbon.com.
And you can put in your zip code and it'll tell you where you can actually purchase the Joe Louis Bourbon at. If you actually want to go into the history of Joe Louis Bourbon and to their events page, You'll see all the previous shows that we did with
Yeah,
them
there's
as well.
a lot of videos that we did. If you want to know about Joe Louis himself, the boxer,
My gosh, yeah.
I was talking about wanting to cross promote, and that's the one I wanted to cross promote was Detroit City of Champions.
Yes.
We did, I think, like 16 episodes on Joe Louis.
Mhm.
One of those episodes is an interview you and I did downtown Detroit. We went to a little restaurant called Joe Louis Southern Kitchen.
Yes.
And we sat down with Joe Louis.
Joe Louis Bourbon Jr. the third.
Okay,
yeah,
so we didn't sit down with Joe Louis.
We had such a fun conversation. And we tasted such amazing food.
Oh, amazing.
The atmosphere in the restaurant.
And he goes by Jojo. Joe, his son, he goes by Jojo. He's awesome and very much involved. Joe Louis Spirits. The family is very, very involved. So they were they're very protective of Joe's image and likeness and name and marketing. And so the family very, very involved in the Joe Louis Bourbon. And rightfully so, because it's quite the legacy to protect. So again, Detroit City of Champions, the podcast, you can find the Joe Louis. It's on all, podcast outlets.
Yes.
And there's playlists on YouTube. So you can go and just, I'll listen to the Joe Louis ones. And you can just listen to all the Joe Louis ones on YouTube or wherever fine podcasts are sold.
Yes. But yeah, that's the whole purpose of the Man Cave, Jamie. And when you came up with this brilliant idea 5 years ago, was to just learn and become a part of the community, to understand where their passions lie, and to learn about what brings them to the table. Right. And what brings us to the table today is Joe Louis Bourbon brought you and I together and brought everyone together. When we had Joe Louis Bourbon with Shaker and Spoon.
Yep.
Right.
That was fun.
We had Michigan represented. We had Atlanta, Georgia represented. We had Tulum, Mexico represented. Tulum, and also New York. Right. So, and it was Brooklyn,
Nueva York, somewhere,
But we were able to bring all those folks together from across the globe, U.S. and what have you, into one little spot
for a sharing experience.
For a shared experience,
called the Man Cave Happy Hour.
Correct. And that's why we do this, is just to meet people and understand.
All right, Matt. Cheers.
Cheers, my friend.
Everybody, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.